Tell me more about what's your opinion about religions, whether that's Christianity in the many forms. There is Catholicism, there is Orthodoxy, there is Gnostic Christianity. There are many forms. And what do you know about the Muslim world and the Muslim spiritual aspects? And what do you know about also about Judaism or Buddhism? So, what's your opinion about all these things? And do you think that they offer some solution to the people?
Yeah, I do. I think they've been misused by powerful people against the regular people and intentionally to sort of trap people in certain mindsets or fear or subservience, especially. So they can be a trap, right, for anybody. And they can also be a trap if you want to get into them and then you just stick with that one thing and you say, this is the only thing. Everything else outside of this thing, right? I'm Jewish and everything outside of Judaism is evil and it's crap, right? Or I'm Hindu and everything outside of Hinduism is evil and it's crap. Like that would be a mistake in my opinion. However, while you're doing that, you're still gaining something. I've never read a holy text. You know, I've read pieces and or the complete and total of every religion I could find as I was seeking and growing and I was just fascinated. I just wanted to know more. And all of them, I've never found one yet that doesn't have pure gold in it. That doesn't have like, this is actually the essence of the human spirit. This is the essence of the human experience. This is how we connect to spirit. This is what we actually are. This is what we're here for. All of those are embedded into each of these. And so you can find gold. You can go into any of them and you can have fantastic experiences. You can understand very deep spiritual truths, and they're true. They're real. They are, right? Then you start, what's really fun for me is when you go beyond that and you start doing like what I did and peeking into all of them, right? And seeing the similarities between all of them. And this is, people call it syncretism. When you look at all, there is value in all of them. They are all actually saying very much the same thing. And you can start to see patterns and you can start to see what's more important and less important. You can start to see really this more universal view. And I really mean universal. It's not just universal. You look at all of them and you see them all. You see how they describe the whole universe and every aspect of it. And there is nothing that is not described within them, especially when they're taken as a whole, as a total, right? And you start to see patterns like this repeats over and over again in every single religion. This must be really, really important. All humans just have sort of come to know this and put it in their texts and, uphold it to this great degree. This must be really important to us, right? There's a reason why. And you start to see things like that. So I think it can be destructive and it can be a trap, but you can also use it to free yourself. And this is beautiful. So I don't, a lot of people want to say like, we can't have religion anymore, or we need a new religion or something, or we need to stop people from joining religions. We need to break them out of it. And I'm not saying don't do that. You should do whatever you want, but you just have to acknowledge like you at some point were a part of something that you no longer ascribe to, whether it's religion or something else, right? We all do that. We're like, here's this thing, I really like it. It's totally what I believe. And then 5 years later, you're like, yeah, no, I don't really think that anymore. I'm not really into that anymore. But it gave you something. And you have that with you still. It added to your experience, it added to your knowledge, it added to your wisdom. And this is true of people who are in any religion anywhere in the world. And for a long time in my country, especially, it was very difficult for many people to look at Islam, especially with anything but fear and hatred, because we had this horrible thing that happened in New York City and we just decided in one day we knew for sure who did it. And then we got really upset and angry, I guess. And it was interesting when I went and I was living in Turkey, I just wanted to know more about Islam. And I'm hearing, the call to prayer 5 times a day, and it's gorgeous and beautiful. And there's all these ancient, beautiful mosques. And so I got to learn more about it, and same as ever. There's nothing that's not beautiful within this, right? Okay, there might be pieces where you're like, yeah, it's a little scary. There's some like murder and something, whatever. But of the actual spiritual components and, ideals, there's beauty, right? We've learned about jihad in this country. If you talk about jihad, people instantly have this image of like war and terror and, a horrible fear comes up. But then jihad, I learned, is actually meant to be internal. It's primarily meant to be internal. You're supposed to look within yourself and say, where is the evil in me? Where is the darkness in me? What's another way of saying this? Where's the shadow in me? Where's the parts that I haven't yet healed? And I'm going to heal that. That's my jihad. That's my holy war. Right? And I'm like, that is beautiful. Anyone can use that as a healing tool in this beautiful way. You say to yourself, yeah, I wish I didn't drink so much. Like, I just drink a little too much sometimes. Like, that's my shadow. I need to heal that. I need to figure out why I do that. I need to bring that further into balance or quit it altogether. That's my jihad right now. Right? And then you succeed and you are spiritually triumphant in yourself. You have won a holy war. Your being is brighter. You've brought more light in, and you've achieved a higher balance. Well, now you get to do another jihad. And I'm like, this concept, if we could share that around the world, like this would transform so many people's lives. This idea that you are your own spiritual vessel, there's light and dark within you, and you're allowed to wage a holy war on the parts of yourself that you would like to transform. I think it's really beautiful. And there's just no religion that exists that I can think of that doesn't have some gems and some beauty in it that you could learn from.